good afternoon. I'm Susan and welcome. Today we're going to do stuffed peppers. I got these beautiful, beautiful green peppers from my last Azure order. And I thought, gosh, I better get them used before they go bad. And we love stuffed peppers. So I've got, I took the top off and seeded them. As you can see, there's no seeds in here. We're going to set these aside. I've got my oven preheating at 350 degrees. So we're going to start. I'm going to start by cooking a pound of, this is just a little over a pound of ground beef.
Like what is it? Is it like 85 or 80 or 90 or what is it?
I think this is 85.15.
85.
It came from the, of course, from the market, Downtown Meats in Bemidji. They have a wonderful meat market, just absolutely gorgeous. One day I'll go down there and film the showcase so that you can see what they have. But right now we're going to cook this ground beef. Okay, we're back. We had a little technical difficulty there with an outlet. So,
Circuit breaker.
yeah, circuit breaker, what can I tell you? It's an older home. If you have an older home, you know what that's like. We're browning the ground beef here. And we're going to add to it, I have one small onion diced. I'm going to add that to it. Get that in there. And we're going to do some garlic.
What kind of onion? Was that like a yellow onion?
That
Or
was,
what?
yeah, a little yellow onion. And we're going to do like 1 clove of garlic minced. I'm about done with my little minced garlic here. Hopefully I've got some fresh garlic coming from Azure. That's about 1 clove. You know, who really like garlic, I'm going to add a little more. Won't hurt anything. Just make it taste pretty good. So we're going to put this together here. The onion and the garlic. Oh, I wish you could smell this. There's nothing better than the smell of onion and garlic. At least I don't think so. So okay, we've got this. Get this cooked just a little longer. It's still a little pink, and we don't want it pink. We want it cooked through. Anyway, I was telling you about Downtown Meats in Bemidji meat market. They're just fantastic. They have these beautiful showcases full of meat, fresh cut meat, I might say. And then if you don't see what you want, you can special order the cuts. And I find that very, very nice.
And very tasty.
And very, oh my gosh, it's tasty. Yeah. Okay, we're getting there. We're going to cook this onion just a little longer. Little longer, little longer. So, you know, it's, what is it? It's the middle of January. And we are still in winter here in northern Montana. I want to say Montana. We lived in Montana for about 14 years. We're now in Minnesota, northern Minnesota. And it's above 0. Do you believe it? We've had weather, it seems like, for days and days and days. It was below 0. Now it's above, and I can't tell you.
9 degrees.
9, oh wow, it's a whole 9+ degrees. We love that. That's wonderful. So we got this cooked. Okay, now we're going to add some salt to this. And this is to your preference. Some people like a little salt, some people like more salt. I'm going to add probably a teaspoon and a half of salt. And probably, good half a teaspoon of pepper. Ooh, that smells good. Stir that in. All right, looks good. Now we're going to add some other stuff. We've got some sugar. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of sugar. This is going to counteract the acid in the tomatoes. Otherwise, it's going to be kind of bitey. Just add a little sugar to that. Let's move this out of the way. Okay. Worcestershire sauce. I don't know how you pronounce it. I'm going to shake this up really well. Open this up. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons. So there's 1 and the second one. Okay. And I have some red pepper flakes here. Now, if you don't like it spicy and a little hot, you don't have to use these, but I find it just adds zip to it. And you want any dry spice, you want to put it in your hand and kind of rub it. Bring out the
Well, if it's hot
flavor.
peppers, don't scratch your eyes.
Well,
after
no,
it.
I don't want to scratch
do your
my
eyes.
No,
Susie.
no. I don't want to scratch my eyes after that, that's for sure.
If you did that, you would be scratching your eyes.
That would not be fun.
No.
Okay, now I have a quart of tomatoes. These are tomatoes I canned this summer with the juice. So I'm just going to dump them in here. And then if we need to break up any tomatoes, we will. And we might, because they're having trouble coming out. Let's, no cooking shows perfect, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
Tell them about your favorite tomatoes, though, your canned tomatoes.
Oh, my favorite tomatoes. And they're so expensive, are the San Marzano tomatoes. They're wonderful.
They're like $4.58 or so.
Yeah, a can.
A can, yeah.
You know, they're expensive, but oh my gosh, they're so good. And, you know, San Marzano tomatoes only come from one area of Italy. So, but they're expensive, but I just, you know, when we first started buying them, I used to get them at Walmart for like $1.59 a can. And we walked in there one day, and I was going to get some more tomatoes, and they were like $4.58. And I thought, holy mackerel, what is going on here? Well, as with everything else, inflation hit. Okay, so we've got all this going. We're going to simmer it for a little while. We're going to cook this. Oh, we're going to cook this probably for 10 minutes until everything's melded together. And then we're going to add the rice and get it cooking, and then we'll add the rice and ground beef and all this to the peppers. Okay, we're back. Now we're going to add to this boiling pot, we're going to add a cup of water and a cup of rice. Now this is white long grain rice that I've rinsed. So we're going to put that in here. That's what we're stuffing the peppers with. stir this up. Now I'm going to cover this because it's going to have to cook for about 25 to 30 minutes to get this rice going. So we're going to take a break here and do that. If you haven't noticed, I don't do long videos because I don't think you have a lot of time to watch videos. So I try to keep them 30 minutes or less. So right now I'm going to cover this and we're going to cook it for about 25 to 30 minutes and we'll be back in just a minute. Okay, our rice is cooked for about 20 minutes or so. It's tender. I'm going to take this lid off, set it aside. Now I'm going to add about a cup of Parmesan cheese grated to the mixture. I'm just going to pour it right in there. I don't buy this grated, I buy the chunks and then I grate it myself. So now we're going to stir this in.
How do you grade that? You don't do that by hand, do you?
No, I have a little instrument.
Show them the instrument.
I have this little thing. Just put the cheese in here and then you turn it and it grates it. My friend Kathy gave this to me, so I use it all the time. So we're going to mix this cheese in with the meat and rice mixture. Smells good. I'll turn this off. Let's just turn it off for now. Okay. Now we're going to stuff these peppers. Stir it up real good. Smells so good. Now here we go, we're going to stuff these peppers. Now you're going to have extra meat and rice mixture. You could do 8.
That was a dog.
8. What's that?
That was a dog.
Oh, she's coughing, yeah. I'm going to stuff these in here.
What do you do with the extra?
Well, you can save it. You can freeze it.
What would you do with it then?
Well, you could get more peppers.
Well, isn't that a novel idea?
So, maybe next week or next month, you could put this in the freezer and make more peppers. Or you can put it in a baking dish and bake it off with everything else.
And what would that do? Just
Well, what I'm going to do with this,
no. The extra that you have, you put it in a baking dish and bake it. What would you do with it then after it's baked?
well, I'm going to add some to the bowl here.
Okay,
Kind of prop the peppers up so they don't go sideways.
I see. Okay.
And then what I'll do with the rest of it is let it cool, and I'll put it in the freezer, and then I can make more stuffed peppers. And, next month.
Made life good for me.
If you like them, it's good
It's
for you.
Good for me.
Okay, so we've got 4 peppers stuffed. I hope you can see these. Now we're going to take some of this extra stuff, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to prop the peppers up so they don't fall over, and then we'll just have extra rice to eat with our peppers. Looks good, doesn't it? There you go. Wow.
Now, why do you use green peppers like that rather than like the red or the yellow? Or
You can use any color you want. Green has a little more tang to it, and I really like the tang. When you get into the red and the orange and the yellow peppers, they're sweeter. And I personally like the little tang of the green peppers. Now you can certainly, if you don't have green peppers and you have just red or yellow or whatever, you can do different colored peppers.
You can probably mix them too if you want to.
Oh, you can mix
Sure.
them. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You don't have to. Oh boy. Okay, so we're about here. I'm gonna add a couple more spoonfuls around here. And I think right around here. This is going to prop the peppers up so that they don't fall over when they're baking. Alright. Now we're going to cover this. Cover it with foil. And then we're going to bake them. Bake them covered for about 45 minutes. And bake them for about 45 minutes, and then we're going to uncover them and bake them for another 15 to 20 minutes until the peppers are soft. So, oh boy, I made a mess there, didn't I? Well, that happens in the kitchen. Wipe my hands here, and we're going to get this covered with foil. So we're going to grab some foil down here. I'm coming on the stove here. Okay, here we go. We're going to cover this, like I said, bake it for about 45 minutes. Then we're going to uncover it and bake it for 15 to 20 minutes more. And then we're going to top it with a little more cheese just before we serve it. So I'm going to get this in the oven, and we'll see you in about an hour. Okay. So we've had the peppers in the oven now for about an hour and 45 minutes. Oh boy, they look good. They smell good. I'm going to sprinkle them with just a little more cheese here. There we go. Now, get one out of here and I'll show you what it looks like. Well, I wish you could smell it. It's awfully good. Okay. So, there's one.
Is that dinner?
This is, you know, this is dinner.
Yeah.
Oh my, look at that. Look at that. Is that lovely or what? Take a little bite and see what it tastes like. It looks like it's a little on the hot side. So we get a little taste of it. Mmm. 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 That is so tasty. Oh my. I think you'll enjoy this. I'll tell you what. Please try it. And until next time, blessings to you and your family. And that's a wrap.
That's a-